G'day everybody and welcome back to our playthrough of Dinkum, and happy 300th episode to everyone watching. I can't believe we have reached 300 episodes already. It just feels like yesterday I decided to pick up a nice looking small game by an Aussie developer with the intentions of, you know, highlighting game development here in the land down under, and here I am 300 episodes and 300 days later still playing the game, and also with a sizable, well, would we call it sizable? I guess it is kind of a small community to show for it as well. Let's take a look at the mail here, something from Melbourne. Are you eating enough veggies here? Take this corn, eat it, they are good for you. Okay, cool, no worries. We've got plenty of corn, but that's fine. Here's a fishing tip for winter. An undiscovered fish has been spotted in the unknown location. Okay, well, I'm guessing when they say unknown location, this could be maybe either the deep mines or the mangroves. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what unknown location means exactly, but if anyone knows, let me know. And yeah, that's it. I was gonna say, oh, with the fishing, well, that's really good timing, because the plan for the day, since it is our 300th episode special, if you want to call it that, is I thought we'd just relax in this episode, not really try too hard. I don't like shirking my duties when it comes to the farm though, so we will deal with the farm a little bit. And yeah, I would say we're just gonna go out for a nice bike ride in this episode. Look at the sights of the outback of Wuyan, and yeah, talk about things to come. I do want to talk about a little bit more about the series and what I plan to do and all of that stuff, but we'll get to that. Let's just take a look at the farm, make sure that we do what needs to be done here at the farm. Alright, so the carrots are already ready. Oh, goodness me. Okay, did I forget to plant some more carrots around here? I bet that's what happened. Well, we can fix that. That's not too much of an issue. Let's grab... Actually, let's just grab all of our seeds, because it's likely that we're going to need everything anyway. And yeah, as you can see, I've got the helmet ready for our nice bike ride. We have been hooning around on the bike without the helmet. Not the best message out there for any kids watching, so obviously definitely want to keep safe first. Let's get these carrots in. Okay, and yeah, we should definitely have enough time for some more carrots this season, so that should be okay. I should have grabbed the scythe as well, but you know what, that's okay. We'll do it by hand. Get stuck into it. Let's do more carrots here. Now, I realize I also haven't exactly smelted all of our zirconium as well, so I should actually do that. Perhaps maybe we will go to the workshop a little bit just to put a few things away. We've got quite a bit of harvest today, so we may as well just store it. And some more cherries on this side as well. And even more carrots, and even more carrots on that side. Goodness me. It's a carrot kind of day. And we are probably running out of seeds as well, so perhaps maybe it might be a good idea to go to Rains. I know I say that this episode I'm not really going to be doing too much, but I do want to still make use of the day. And yeah, if we can buy some carrot seeds from Rain, that would be great. And after this, we just need to deal with the animals. And then we should be off. No project work today, though. Ooh, I think I may have missed a kale over there. But you know what? I'm going to leave that. I'm not going to fuss too much over that. I feel like we've got plenty of kale already. Alright, looking good, looking good. And yeah, now it's just dealing with the animals. Since we're going in town, maybe I should go see Erwin about the feed as well. But yeah, in the previous episode, we spent a little bit of time, you know, decorating the place with a few unique signs, which I think they're kind of cool and reflects the small community that we've got on the channel as well. So I hope you guys like that. Let's maybe just start with the quandongs here. You know, one thing that I always realize, and I don't know if this is a thing or not, but like, Jet and Vicious don't always hang around together. I reckon that's probably random, but it just feels like they don't like to hang out. Maybe they don't get along. I don't know. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. They're okay. Okay, so one thing that someone's been mentioning in the comments about the delivering of these animals is that it potentially only works with metal or iron traps. I'm not sure if that's definitely a thing or not. Could be. But if someone knows a little bit more about that, please let me know, because if I need to convert to iron traps, then I can do that. I'm just looking for Ein and where he might have gone off to. Ah, okay. I'm not sure where Ein's gone off to, guys. I feel like this is a regular morning occurrence here, where we're looking for our doggos and where they've wandered off to. Sometimes they do wander off quite far. And that makes me a little bit worried. And all the trees that I like to replant and keep, they probably don't help with us trying to look for the doggos as well. Alright, well, I'm not gonna worry too much. I'm sure he's around somewhere, and we'll get to find him a little bit later on. I haven't seen any random chunks of meat lying about, so I don't think he's been eaten by anything, so that's good. But hopefully maybe when we come back, he'll sort of appear. I'm just gonna use some hunks of meat here. Get our crab pots filled. And yeah, it'd be tempting to try and look for some more keys and whatnot for the day, but, you know, I think we can go one day without having to look for keys all the time. Actually, one thing that I would like to confirm is, do the moos require any feed or not? Because, you know, like how critical is it, do I feed them quandongs every day? Yeah, that's the question. But anyway, I think we're sort of ready to go. Actually, no, we're not. We need to just deal with the farm animals. Grab some of our resources here. Very good. And grab our wool as well. Did I not bring the shearers? Okay. Goodness me. Alright. Well, Spike is also sort of wandered off to an area that I don't really like. Okay, so the whistling really only calls the moos, apparently. Doesn't really call the doggos. Alright, let's leave him over here. Again, still no sign of Ein. So hopefully he'll show up sometime soon. Ah, there he is. Goodness me, alright. Okay, we've got some meat. Good. Let's feed him his breakfast then. There you go, mate. He is hanging out a little bit far from the farm. Hopefully he comes back. Anyway. It's time to head out. No. No. Okay, I'm having some real trouble for some reason clicking on the right things today. Alright, let's chuck all of that back, and I think we could chuck the poos back here as well. Time to grab the bike. Okay, there it is. Okay, helmet on, and yeah, let's get stuff done at the workshop. Probably just want to put stuff away. Maybe grind a little bit of flour while we're there. One thing that I perhaps should do is check on the tasks, see if there's anything in the tasks lists that need to be done, but hopefully there's nothing urgent and we can sort of leave things till tomorrow. Chuck that in there. We could make some brews potentially as well, because obviously the brewing takes a while, so that might not be a bad idea. Let's go with bottle brush. Okay. And yeah, let's just have a quick look at the tasks here. Okay, 0 days remaining for the apples. Should be able to do that today, I suppose. We need to gather up some more apples. We might actually have some apples right here. Yeah, we do. So I might actually just quickly do that. Otherwise, we won't have a chance to do that, and you know, Milburn might not be very happy with us. But yeah, guys, 300 episodes. So I've basically been playing the game for 300 days. As you all know, I really only release these episodes on a daily basis. And yeah, I mean, you know, there are some days where I just don't get a chance to play any video games at all. But most of the time I do record one episode a day, spend same day editing and uploading. Some days I might, you know, do a couple of episodes, but I'll actually schedule the video out to release, you know, at a later date. And yeah, that's essentially been sort of my schedule as a content creator on YouTube. Obviously I do play a few other games, and those are also series on the channel. But yeah, when I picked up Dinkum, I sort of had the idea of sort of playing the game just for a little bit. I don't know if a lot of you guys may recall, but I did say at the very start of the series is that this is not really normally a game that I would play on the regular. I do like farming sims and crafting sims and stuff like that, but it's not a game that I would, you know, play to death, if that makes sense. But I did start getting quite a bit of a following on YouTube, and I think most of you guys are here because of my Dinkum escapades. So you know, I mean, I'm not saying that I'm only playing the game because you guys are here. I do enjoy the game quite a bit. In fact, You know, I did play a few other sim-type games quite a lot, like, you know, Graveyard Keeper or Stardew Valley, but, you know, probably not as invested as I have been playing this game. So, yeah, it's been really nice building up a community and seeing what this game has to offer. Obviously, we've probably seen most of what the game has to offer, apart from maybe a few hidden things here and there, which I probably haven't seen before. Plus, the Bloom and Spring update sort of came when I just passed springtime in the series, so there's obviously still a little bit of room for us to sort of check out spring. So, but anyway, we're off, guys, and you know, we're out and about, and we're really just hanging around, looking at the sights. You know what? I should have brought the fish book with me. Maybe spotted fish that were more worthwhile to catch. But the plan is going to be really just having a nice, relaxing day, doing a little bit of fishing, because this is probably the activity that is, in my opinion, not the most rewarding, and it's more of a relaxation thing. So I wonder, perhaps maybe in the future, you know, James can consider fishing to become a little bit more of a rewarding exercise, where, you know, maybe there's even more types of fish, or perhaps maybe there's you know, fish that's worth heaps more money, stuff like that, you know. For now, though, in my opinion, the fishing is probably the one thing that a lot of people sort of move away from pretty quickly after they get, you know, farming and all that sort of stuff set up. And the only real fish dishes that there are is, like, you know, you can have cooked saltwater fish or freshwater fish, and then the fish and chips. So I don't know, maybe if they increase the types of dishes that you can make with the fishing activity, that would be cool. But anyway, we'll continue fishing for a little bit more. What's going on there? Okay, doggo's having a good old time. I'll have those bones, thank you very much. Any fish in this little grotto right here? No. But yeah, I really like the Doggo Grotto, guys. This is one of my favorite areas. If anything, perhaps maybe we could spend some time trying to put some more flowers or something like that in the area. And, you know, maybe the Blooming Spring update might be good for us, a bit of a chance to grab some flowers and see if we can plant it in this area. The other thing about the Blooming Spring update that I don't really know about is whether or not, you know, the new flowers that are introduced in the springtime, whether or not they can actually grow past springtime. Because, you know, I don't want to spend a lot of effort trying to replant, like, spring flowers if they're not actually going to grow in other seasons. But, yeah. So anyway, guys, about the Dinkum series, so I do need to have somewhat of a serious talk with you guys watching, because, one, I do really appreciate all of you guys here, you know, supporting me and watching the episodes on a daily basis. You know, I really didn't think too much about whether or not I was going to get a bit more of a following or not. I just wanted to check out the game. And then I started seeing a lot of people just come in droves. It's quite nice. Yeah, so I sort of kept going with the series. I definitely didn't think I would pass 100 episodes, and now we're sitting here at 300 episodes already, which is kind of crazy. So look, I thought I'd play Dinkum for a little bit more, but I do feel that the series may be coming to an end, guys. And you might wonder, why am I doing that? Well, I guess I need to practice what I preach, which is staying true. I need to stay true to myself, and it's not that I don't like playing the game, but I do want to play a lot of other games as well, hence why there's a few other games going on in the channel right now. They're probably not as successful as this one in terms of viewership, but that's okay. You know, I figure if we do end the series, it'll not be ending today, that's for sure. But I figure perhaps maybe I should complete our Dinkum playthrough after a full year of experiencing this game, and it's literally a year in my case. So we might wrap things up on episode 365. So essentially, we'd have another 65 episodes playing this game, and you know, hopefully there'll be another update before we get up to episode 65, and we can all check it out together. But yeah, from then on, episode 365, I figure I'd probably, well, not stop playing completely, but I'd probably only play occasionally. So you may find that, yes, there will be some Dinkum episodes, but they're not going to be as frequent as a lot of you guys have been seeing in the past, which is a daily series, and it'll move to, you know, being something a little bit more like, you know, once every 2 or 3 days or something along those lines. I guess eventually with a lot of other series that I play, I sort of come back to games when there are updates. So yeah, things like that, I think we'll definitely check out on the series as the game development progresses. I really hope that this game finds a lot of success in the future, because it is an awesome game, especially for one person developing this game. James, kudos to you. Well done, mate. It is an awesome game, and I hope a lot more people hear about it. Unfortunately, I don't really see a lot of this game being talked about in, you know, like wider circles, and in a lot of sort of maybe news, like game news type channels. Perhaps maybe because it's kind of a niche. But yeah, I wish there was a little bit more exposure. So, you know, if you guys follow any other channels and you know, they talk about game news and all that sort of stuff, perhaps maybe leaving a few comments in those communities to sort of highlight this awesome game. And you know, for the price point and the amount of things that you can actually do, this is a really awesome, I don't want to say little game, because this game is huge, right? Just the fact that it's developed by one person doesn't mean that it can't be ambitious. So let's do a little bit more fishing here. Actually, I'll take that off. But yeah, there you go, guys. So bit of an announcement, and look, I think for some of you guys this might be a little bit of a bummer because I know a lot of you guys really do enjoy the series, and that's what you come back for on a day-to-day basis. And look, I'm okay if you guys decide that the channel's no longer for you and you unsubscribe, and that's fine, mate. That's completely okay, as I also need to respect all of you guys, that you guys are probably trying to stay true as well, right? You guys are just doing what's right for you guys, and I'm doing what's right for me as well. And that so happens to be moving on to other games and checking out other things, and occasionally coming back to this beautiful game and checking out what's new. So hopefully that's okay with you guys. I know maybe some of you guys might be upset about it. If you are, I do apologize. But if you are keen on me as a personality on YouTube, I would appreciate you retain your subscription, obviously, and to keep following me and perhaps maybe check out other games that I have been playing on the channel. If you have been checking out some of my other games, you guys probably realize by now that my interests, my interest spectrum is quite large. So, you know, I'll play games like this where, you know, they're crafting / life simulators. Then on the other hand, I'll play something super sci-fi, which is a completely like a complete far cry from what we've got going on here. I guess one genre that I tend not to really look into too much is horror. I'm not a fan of horror, mainly because I don't like giving myself nightmares when I go to bed every night. But you know, there's the occasional you know, horror-esque game that I like to play, like if you guys are familiar with The Last of Us, which used to be a PlayStation exclusive, and I really like playing that. Really good narrative, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, now speaking of other games, guys, I am thinking perhaps maybe it might be a good idea for us to, you know, do a little bit of a poll, because, you know, I mean, I'm keen on recording new games and trying out some different stuff. I mean, they don't have to be new games, probably just games that I have never played before is also fine. But perhaps maybe I should put a poll on the community website, or sorry, the community part of YouTube. Yeah, maybe you guys can sort of vote for what I should get into next. Aside from that, though, I'm also opening, obviously, the comments to suggestions on what other games you think might be cool for the channel. I'm not going to lie to you guys if I said that I didn't want the channel to grow, hence why, you know, I told you guys, well, you know, I'd appreciate it if you stuck around, even if we're not playing Dinkum anymore, but again, I don't want you to feel like you have to. The other thing is, yeah, I just want to sort of try new and interesting games, and potentially some games that you guys might be interested in as well. And hopefully, maybe by doing that, we can sort of grow the channel a little bit more than what it is currently as well. And yeah, I mean, ultimately, I would like to end up in the coveted position of being able to say that I play games for a living. I don't do that right now, although I do treat all the stuff that I do here on the channel very seriously. But, you know, I guess there's a little bit more work to be done if I am going to get to that point where I can confidently say that that this is what I do for work. Let's maybe catch one more fish. Actually, we don't even have space for one more fish. We've been picking up a lot of stuff, picking up a lot of junk. Do I want to throw away some of this junk? I feel like that's okay to do. Maybe they're not the bright wires. Maybe some of this other stuff, though. Surely we've got plenty of gears. I feel like hot cylinders might be still a little bit more useful. We'll keep the keys, obviously. Tin sheets. Yeah, I think we can keep the tin sheets, but... yeah. So... yeah, I mean, I follow quite a lot of other YouTubers, and, you know, I like like channels that are semi-big. I don't want to grow too large either, but you know what? Like, I'm not gonna decline that blessing if that if that ever happens to me. I'd be very grateful. But yeah. Firstly, obviously, getting to 500 subs is the current target, and we'll definitely get a little bit boozy when that happens. But hopefully, we'll go beyond that, and we'll be able to, you know, grow the channel even more. With the way YouTube works, obviously I don't monetize at the moment because my channel is too small, but one day if we reach the milestones, and I think the current requirement is reaching 1,000 subscribers, and yeah, there's a lot of work to be done to get there, I would say. So you guys are sort of going to be part of that towards the 1,000 subscriber initial goal, and I'd be much appreciated if you did stick around, even though Dinkum is not on the menu anymore. Hang on, let me just have a look at where we're going, because I didn't really plan anything when I set out, and in true blue fashion, I had a little bit of an idea of what I wanted to do in this episode, but you know, I didn't really plan everything to the minute detail. I sort of just ran with it, really. So I guess that is my style. I like to just sort of see what happens while we're playing on the day. So yeah, I'd be interested in finding out what you guys think of the different games that are out there and something that we should get into. I know that I've received some suggestions before to maybe do a playthrough of Stardew Valley. And yeah, I'm kind of interested, although Stardew Valley is quite an old game. And I guess the concern there is that viewership might be quite low with that, because just the nature of YouTube is that most people are really interested in what's new. But I can always give it a go and maybe do a short playthrough or something like that. I guess the problem with Stardew Valley though is that I think, and look, I could be wrong here, but I played a little bit of it, and it does need a significant time investment to sort of get to, you know, a lot of the goals of the game. So I guess that's not such a bad thing. It depends on whether or not I can sort of, you know, record the episodes and sort of fit it in with my normal day, which also involves real life office work. So luckily I do work from home, and I do go to the office occasionally, but working from home suits, because as soon as I'm done with real work, I can start doing work on making these videos. But yeah, I have to see if whatever game we choose is compatible with, obviously, lifestyle, because I can't push myself too much. And as you guys know, I've been sick recently. I think I'm almost done with this cold, but it's taken a very long time. And I don't know if I could attribute that to maybe just overwork or something like that. I definitely do long hours. I don't do long hours at work, like real work, but I, you know, if you consider then like the several hours that it takes to you know, make an episode of Dinkum and perhaps maybe play something else as well, then obviously it does take quite a lot of time. Arguably though, you are playing video games, so, you know, on one part it is kind of relaxing. Then on the other hand, it's like, well, you got to think about the commentary, and then you also have to edit the videos afterwards as well. So anyway, I feel like I've been ranting on a little bit too much about what's going on with the channel and all that sort of stuff. I'm just appreciative that I've got you guys in my community, and I really appreciate all of your support, all the supportive comments, all of the suggestions, all of the likes, and all of the views. A lot of lurkers out there, and that's nothing wrong with that. You know, I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing at the moment with the day. I am literally just sort of riding around and sort of visiting different locations, visiting the sites really. Unfortunately, it is already dark, but yeah, just admiring what we've managed to do so far with our playthrough. Let me just have a think here. I'm thinking of... oh, goodness me. Alright, well, I was not counting on having to fight these guys. But I guess it's my own fault for not paying attention. Okay. He's had enough. Alright, well, let's chuck the bike down again. Yeah, he's afraid of us. Let's not kill him if we don't need to. Okay, he ignores us once we're on the bike. But yeah, I'm thinking perhaps maybe we should set up the final house. I believe we still have a spare house that we haven't exactly placed down yet. But maybe we should place a final house somewhere around here in the tropics and have it as some kind of a quasi beach house, you know? I think that would be pretty cool. So that's going to be one of our projects as well, that we have to sort of think about in the next 65 episodes. So we've got 65 episodes to go, guys. Man, that does sound a little bit sad, doesn't it? But hey, as they say, all good things come to an end at some point. And yeah, I think it's just that time in our playthrough where we need to make the decision to move on, and for the channel to check out other things. So yeah, I will put a poll. The thing is with the poll is I'm just not entirely sure what games I should put on the poll, and yeah, I mean, then there's also like waiting for suggestions from you guys about other games that I should potentially check out. But what I might do is I'll do some polling, and you know, we'll sort of get to know roughly what people feel like seeing, and I might update the poll regularly, and you know, perhaps maybe people might have to vote a few times. But yeah, I mean, whatever interests you guys, or if you feel strongly about certain things, just make your voice heard, either in the polls or in the comments, and yeah, you guys know that I will take a look at that, and I'll see what we can do about it. Just taking a look at this area and seeing what we can potentially do. I think I thought about putting a bridge here, but then I didn't like the idea of putting a bridge that crosses the sand over here. So that's why we've got a bridge going on there. We're missing a bridge over there. Yeah, still a few things to go around these parts. Perhaps maybe we could do a bridge that goes there. Maybe a bridge over here as well. Yeah, a lot of infrastructure that we can still do in the next 65 episodes, that is. So I guess I've got my work cut out for me, because not only do we have all the the tools and stuff that we're trying to upgrade. Obviously, we still need all the zirconium in the world to make all of that. But we've also got all these ideas and projects that we sort of want to think about doing as well before we wrap up. Although, potentially, I could make the series into a thing where, you know, like I end up sort of doing a lot of stuff off camera and then, you know, coming back and making an episode to show you guys what I've been up to in little old Wuyan. But yeah, haven't really thought about it. But I'm definitely keen on updates though. So whatever new update comes around that James decides to bring through for the game, I'll definitely cover off. Okay guys, well that was, I don't know, I would say, I mean, obviously a bit of a slow episode, but it was a nice sort of relaxing 300th episode, and yeah, I made my announcement. I'll be honest guys, I've been sort of procrastinating making this episode because I was sort of been thinking about what to say, but you know what, like I ended up just blurting everything out. Hope you guys don't mind. It ended up being somewhat of a rant, but yeah, I feel comfortable enough with my community, and yeah, hope you enjoyed this episode and hope you understand the reasons why I'm making those decisions. But again, I can't stress enough how much I really appreciate you guys. I didn't think that we would get very close to 500 subs just from playing Dinkum, so I really appreciate you guys supporting me, sticking around, and for those of you who started from episode 1, I appreciate you watching all of the series until episode 300. And yeah, if you guys are new, then obviously I'd appreciate a subscription. But a like and a comment is sufficient as well. If you guys have been around since episode 1 and watched all the way through episode 300 and not subscribed yet, I would appreciate you hit that like and hit that subscribe button as well. But aside from that, we're going to be calling this episode. Thank you very much everyone for 300 episodes. Thank you James for a fantastic game. I hope development of the next update is going really well. Can't wait to see what's coming next. I guess from here, as usual, hope you guys stay true. I'll see you guys in the next episode.